Hello, welcome to the Crusader Kings stream. We are here back in medieval Europe in our Maya campaign. We have sadly green screen problems that we don't have. It was just the angle. It was just literally the angle. I was like, why is there a little bit of light? I was moving the green screen. I changed the angle now, and now it's gone. So it was that angle. And now the lights in my face. There we go. Sorry. Let me actually go over the campaign here. So we are playing in our mega campaign. We have been playing since 400 Crusader Kings. And before that, we have been playing Imperator Rome. And the last video got an amazing comment. Thank you so much for that comment. That thought. If you're on Twitch, you can find it later on YouTube. Channel is somewhere to be found. We have a Discord. There is also a game I wanted to play. I will play random games that people suggest on Tuesday. If nobody suggests any games, I will just play. We'll drop a couple of games options, and it's just gonna be medieval. Alright, I got myself a pretzel sticks Pepsi. Now we're cooking. Okay. So right now, let's say the political situation is in this game here. We are fighting Massilia, who is under protection of the Romano-Sicilian League. We were able to fight Massilia and take a bunch of land to make them weaker. Hopefully that somebody starts a resistance with a small fight that's happening over here. That one ally is fighting another ally, and we decide, okay, then we will come into this war. But we are losing this war. It only was that we wanted to drop the soldiers the Massilians had, hopefully causing a civil war. We tried to help another civil war, but that civil war sadly wasn't able to manifest. But good things is that this one is like doesn't like the leader, and that might mean that they might start another rebellion when this person died at 69 years old. It's nice. Is it not too old of a joke, the 69 joke, but it's now so old that it is funny again? That like 69 has always been a joke, isn't it? But yeah, we lost the battle, but this war would have been over anyway. And I'm not willing to fight more because we might get a civil war at a moment. I will not disengage my units. Or maybe I will. They can declare their war any moment now, apparently. So that's something else. I always wanted to mention, but this I've been sick for a good bit. Oh no, best of hell. Now I've got to not having a good time too. Oof. Hopefully everything will be well back soon. The Romano-Sicilian League is currently ruled by an old North Saxon. Oh, really? Well, that is true. You know, what I don't really like about it, I don't know. Like, I find sometimes when you say get well soon in English, it's well meant, of course. It's well meant. But I like more what we say in Dutch when somebody is sick, because we say sterkte, and that just means, oh, I got healed, yes. And that just means that means strength. Have some strength. Be strong, or like get the strength, and like it's like a blessing, but about strength that you bless. Like, hey, I'll give be strong, or you are strong, something like that. And the reason why I like that more is because sometimes when people are sick, sometimes it's really unknown if they will get better or healthier. And then saying get well soon, and if they cannot even get well, I don't know. It just you don't know. You don't know, and that with English is like, of course you wish people well, but I think it's worse when you cannot get well. And of course, I hope it's not that case. But I mean, in general, when somebody tells me that they're not well or fine, I find it a bit harder to say it in English, because in Dutch we say something else, and that's why it's. I'm just yapping about. Okay, this Miss Rapia is still alive. There we go. But Miss Rapia died mostly. Well, it's more just an individual thing and not a language thing, I think. Yeah. But it's less bad in English to say get well soon because that's what everybody says in English. But if you would say in Dutch get well soon, sometimes people will just look weird at you. If you would literally well, we do have a word. That's beterschap. That also means get well soon. We just have the different things. One you can use when people are sick and they don't know if they get better or what it is. Like it's like an unknown thing. I just realized we also have soon. I don't know my own language. Well, it's Dutch. Well, oh, I have the cheat things on. Oh yeah, I have the cheat things on. If you're wondering why the cheats are on, that's just because I made the thumbnail. The thumbnail, our character is not sick, but the character was sick, so that's why cheats were on. I removed the trait ill, but now the character is not ill. Okay. My spy master comes to discover that see a certain acquaintance is scheming against my vessel. Let a traitor known to be all. So then we claim, yeah, let the traitor known to be all. I do like that more, especially it's only when I know this character I need them to be thrown in jail. Like this character, I would love to throw them in jail because they don't like me and they are quite dangerous. They can start a rebellion any moment. But I think the reason they didn't start a rebellion yet because they are at this tournament. And once this tournament ends, it's war. It's war. It's war. And the big war will happen in our country. So, we can send troops to places here. We can send our troops to Kent, because if I look correctly, like if this war would happen, if the war happens, it will be her troops. Her troops are less than mine troops, like she has half my troops. But she does have like all these peasants, but these peasants will be spread out. It might be so sketchy, but it doesn't mean a good thing. Another thing is about current character is that they technically have no personality. They're motionless. Only yeah, that's so weird. I know. I'm like, how did this happen? I don't know how this happened. I don't know. The game is weird sometimes, but we haven't played for so long, so maybe weird things do happen. Child of my dynasty. Hello, Milton. How are you doing? That's pretty late where you are. Oh, please, everything is fine. How's everybody else? Okay, we arrived here, and we are just preparing for the civil war. So we have to spread out our troops. Call to war. Why is this kingdom, right? This German kingdom is always fighting small. I feel like Germany is being formed at the moment or something. Because we have this kingdom here. An actual robot. That's your head cannon. Well, yeah. The funny thing is with Alust is that she has been cold and like quite thinking about how to run a country instead of running how to run other things. Like how to. Alust hasn't been the nicest person to people. Do you have enough attrition here? Yeah, we do. Not enough here. Let's split in two. Yeah, that's enough there. I do think you can have more here, but I think in the winters it becomes like a bit worse. That's Christian, but I've been playing this game for so long. How do I not know such things? Okay, so this army is in striking distance of their capital. So what I will be doing here now is, because we have the time before the civil war starts. I'm not married, I don't care. It's just not that early. Ah, you see, good point, Will. Okay. So we probably will be here for a fight. So why not put everybody in this army. And I want to test something soon. I want to actually test if adding units like this makes it better when you are sieging down, like adding retinue to an army. I think it does, but I'm not entirely sure. And the problem with the wiki page is that the wiki page is kind of unreliable. And actually, if I want to make a YouTube video, I was thinking about making I was thinking of making 2 YouTube videos that have nothing to do with the with like gameplay. Maybe we should add a doctor and a culture, maybe even a... Oh, yeah. I was thinking maybe a list, because a list is pretty old. And I've been saving this up. Maybe even start like an other heresy, but I don't know we can. We have enough to maybe add a few different variations. But I am not sure. Like, I do like that this religion is also spreading, and this religion will spread out over here. But I was thinking we will make Iberia independent, and we will have this religion that we have here, like around the Mediterranean, and our own version up here. Just like you know, how the Anglican Church is also like different. Civil wars. We will have a lot of civil things. We are not so civilized though. So okay, we will send all our troops in here. I gain critical, you gain density. I have learned that my Emperor Ordo is foolish enough, and alongside my enemy Queen Ellenberg is desperate, sending his half-sister to be my hostage. Oh, is that true? Well, I am not against that. I actually am terrified of them over here. We can fight them directly, but we cannot fight them if we are distracted somewhere else. And we did fight another war up here. So I am happy if they sent me a hostage and that they want to have peace. Yeah, you stay in Scandinavia, yeah, please do. Do it, yeah. We will. We cannot do it while we are at war, sadly. But I wanted to do that. Because this character we haven't played for so long. And I was thinking about doing that at as you can see here, that's I've been already planning that. I'm already planning to do that. And we should also do cultural traditions too, but I do think at the end we will have more prestige. Where is the... I've been playing this game for so long, and I don't know where the focus are. Because you look, I already took the profit and like all the other things here. And that's a good reason why they would declare independence, because of the, you know, stuff. So another thing I want to do is like this giant chunk of land. I want to remove that from Scotland. Like, I want to tell them, hey, give me your vassal. This is stupid because we are at the brink of civil war. But yeah, I want to do that. And that's the one thing, our Empress has like a little bit of a character flaw. She is quite aggressive in like revoking and taking titles. They rule both Scandinavia and the RSL. What's RSL? What's RSL? Revoke titles. Something I should know. Oh no. Okay, this duchy. Retract vassal. Let's go. Let's see if this gets all of them. I don't think we will get Toledo though. Good. Oh. These are all directly under them. Yeah, it is how it is. Okay, this is at least in their one kingdom. So there will be like a chunk that still will stay loyal to us, but the rest will switch the fate. Apparently, this guy don't. I do find it funny that they have that religion. Oh, hello, Stephen Parker. Oh, Roman Sicilian. Oh, that makes sense. Uh, the old Norse Saxon. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's like a mixed. Let's see your dynasty. Let's see your dynasty. Now 3 houses. I thought they had first 2. There's a new house. Oh, they have evolved into a different house. No, no, this is a new house. 6 members, 60 members. I was like, why does this one have 0 members? This is a new house. Let's see where this house is. This house over here. So we have a separate house, the Parker Tank Valla. That was my best kind of name. Looking like members. Let's see, military strength. Let's see the military strength. This is the strongest one. But I feel like I do this every time. Let me go around. Oh, we've one down here, but I think that's his location, not his the Jarl. There's this place here. I think I want to look today. Let's look at something else today from the dynasty. Let's look at the dynasty tree, because that's really cool. I don't think it will lag. It's not as large as the our dynasty. Okay, this is the dynasty tree, but let's add a couple of more. And let's look at the whole entirety of the Parker dynasty tree. How large? Ooh, the lag. This one is a lag spike. Okay, that's okay. Jarl Stefan II. And this is the dynasty tree. You will see probably sometimes in these medieval trees, they will be carbon copies down here that you will see the same person here. So we have this person here, and then probably will appear over here again. This is because, you know, medieval dynasty trees go like medieval trees. And the thing is, we will not look at the dynasty tree of my dynasty, because that one is older than 400 AD. That one is like just after the death of Alexander the Great. That far back the dynasty goes. We don't want to see this. We don't want to see the dynasty tree of this one. We don't want to see that. Is that dynasty still alive? Oh yeah, by the way, Milton, if you want to make a dynasty, you can go to the Discord. In the Discord, you're there. We have like the custom character, and you could make one, and just don't make them too OP. Just call them like a duke or something like that's not a king. And we can like, you tell them, oh, they're in this kingdom, they're in that kingdom, and then they can like take over like a region over there and see how much they survive. And let's see. Oh, they're 50 living members. And they're still a wandering group. Oh, it's good that they have so many living members. That might mean they will stay alive for a while, actually. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, this is not good, by the way. But you see this? You see this play? That's not so good. At least if you're leading an army here. That's not looking good. That's not looking good for our country. Bloody cats. They just want to have the kingdom title, by the way. It's not even our sister directly. I wonder how they actually have this claim. No, I don't care, the claim. They became witches. That was secret witch group. The stories. Okay, but the 2 things I wanted to do. I wanted to make a YouTube video. Because I was actually kind of, when I was fighting in the beginning of the campaign, and because now I'm working on the next video, I don't know how long it will take, so I'm gonna make I'm gonna have like a little bit of a... I'm not gonna tell you this is when the game appears, but what I kind of want to do is, because we were playing and we were like struggling with like how the Norse raiding worked. And online, I went to Reddit, I went to the forums, and I was reading how the mechanics work. I was reading like also the little flavor text how the mechanics work, but it's not how it worked. Like nowhere actually they gave me correct information how Norse raiders worked. So I was thinking I will make a video where with cheats I will do different experiments until I have the correct answer how Norse raiders work, like what causes them to spawn. And this way there is no ambiguity, that word, ambiguity or something like that. English. How this mechanic works. Because it's quite something. It's quite annoying. Yeah, it's a time period. But at the beginning, we went into Scandinavia and we changed the religion of the people in Scandinavia because I read online it was the religion that made them attack you. Uh, da, 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 da. Okay, I don't know about my mother sent me a message there, so I might, I might just delete the message because it has my whole full mother's legal name there, and I will ask her later if she actually wants that message to be there. I will ask her personally. All right. So no, mother, I didn't delete the message because I hate mothers. Okay, please, please, I love you, mother. And if people watch the pod and it's like, why is that piece cut out? Because the name appears in my videos when people send me a chat message. All right. We will disable the troops, I guess, because I'm not waiting this long. It's gonna cost me money. The money. We can hold court, but I don't care about court at the moment. And we're still at war, so we cannot do anything with religion. I'm not sending my troops away because that's gonna cause us problems with like the other things, and they are not really fighting us. I know we should support our allies. Follow servant. No, we will not grant you any land. I like my land to be mine. This war is taking forever, by the way. We could go back and do like the attacking of the Massilian lands. But now I just want to wait a little bit and prepare for if this one triggers. I don't think they will trigger, maybe because also we are literally like we have more troops than they have. And I don't think their allies are strong enough to be a threat. Another martial perk. There we go. This is also what I find annoying, by the way, with like the beauty trait here. You don't look old. You don't look old in this game, and I find that a little bit like annoying that they look like dolls when they have the beauty trait. I do understand some choices they make because they remove like freckles and other things. I like freckles, but I understand why medieval point of view that is removed because in a medieval they say blue bloods, and if you have more freckles it's like a sign that you go outside. So it does make sense to remove freckles, but I just don't like it. The beautiful trait. Okay, I don't like. I don't like it. This is preserve. I don't think she will care too much about this. Now I kind of want Vicar's descendants to go to Americans in Universalis. Okay. Definitely on the naming list to be put and then to make it reappear. Okay, if I get that branch. Okay, pretty cool. Wait, we are at war with these guys. Challenge accepted. Let's see. Why? I'm sparring with my old soldiers, a sweat bearing my forehead, and I experience an uncanny sensation. Looking down, I spot my vassal, Baro Al-Slander, eyeing me up. That's quite different name. Eyeing me nonchalantly with his axe. My Imperatrix, Aslander's swords boom across the country or courtyard. Would you not prefer to test your skill? Challenge accepted. At the end, yeah, let's go. It's a little bit more prestige. Can we do cultural things? I don't think we can do cultural things. Only in peace. No, it's the religion. That's the religion. That's the religion. Well, we can reform maybe. We have not done this for such a long. Oh, we don't have. No, I do. It does make sense. The Greek language is. Huh? Oh, they're already married. They're already married. They're already married. So this is really the capital's culture. Maritime seafarers, longbows, forest, imperial legacy, legalism, adaptive skirmishes. Cultural blending does make sense. I don't know about this. I do think it's because we are here in the west that we have the forest one. What would make sense for us to have? So not really what's the strongest one, but what would make sense. I do think I want to keep it as it is. Maybe this one. I will look for a different military warfare one. Oh, it's too much culture anyhow. Stand and fight maybe would be a thing to do. But we don't have the prestige for that. Maybe we do adopt this, and that's just because in real medieval Britain they did lose a little bit of folklore. They had like more folklore at the beginning. Tolkien was also like a bit sad that that happened. So we could represent like that's happening too again in our timeline. I don't know, just to be a little bit historically accurate. That's why he was like, oh, he went to Ireland and he would like go to Scotland or to Wales. Like, oh, why did the English like lose so much of their own stories? What happened to that? We had so much more. Then we can isolate the capital. Do we need to isolate? I don't think we need it. The big plague is over. Yeah, I was also thinking that's also one that could be switched. At the moment, we don't have the prestige. What is force folk? Force folk, what type of cultural tradition is force folk? It's not a ritual one? Is it a realm tradition? Is it a realm? Because this is a social one. That feels a social one. I know it's for game mechanics you would like select what would be the coolest one, but maybe let's just look around. Okay. Yeah, maybe we could become more urban and we lose that to the. It's not like we can choose any one of this one. Social one, charismatic. We cannot even adopt it. Arthurian literature is so good. I had a phase where I was obsessed with their. Oh yeah, it is so good. Yes. I never read like the official one. So I have read and I have gone through the stories, but I think it's always like different periods. So like there is like the French version, or like from the Breton version. There's like a later version. So I do have gone over it, but there's so many versions of the Arthurian literature also. We don't even have like we can do castle keepers. I don't know why this one is cheaper. Castles become better, but I feel like not. City keepers would be cool because that would show like a shift that we are having towards cities, and that would also kind of make sense. But I don't think we can get 10k in culture in time. Like I wasn't focusing for prestige. We could try though to get a lot of culture, or you can wait for our next character to switch it off because I just haven't been focusing on to get like all the prestige. Like I have to, and then we have something to do. That's an older coronation. We haven't done coronation. Maybe we should do a coronation of ourselves. Plan coronation. We have not coronated ourselves. Exile, yeah. Current artifact needed. What? I don't know what that means. Do we not own a crown? I do think we need to make a crown. The thing is with all these extra menus is I find it annoying to go in other menus. Like, I guess it's fun for roleplay, but it's a bit like, why do we have so many silly windows that we have to go into and out of? Alright. Like I went also through my Greek mythology phase. I wonder how it is where you are from Greece, how the Greek mythology phase works, or if that's true also. Because you are literally in like Greece. Yes, it was a Crete, it's Troy, it's not sure, written this way. Oh yeah, you mean like also yeah, we have like King Minos, right, with the labyrinth, and we have like Mount Etna. That's on Crete, right? That's the place where Hera hits like the child. I mispronounce it too. Like I know it's probably Era or something. Like you don't say the H, but the English will sound silly sometimes. Like it is so close to Greek. But I don't know also why the coronation is telling me that I need a crown then, because I do this coronation, and we do go here, and we cannot because we need a crown artifact, it says. And we cannot select different things here, so I need a crown. So let me also look at this then, and celebrate other cultures, exotic land trains. How do you get the crown again? Commission artifact. Oh. We need a one up is like the role for maintaining the crown, or but is that one? The egg containing person. Let's put the. Can we automate this? Yeah, we can automate it. I love that because I hate it so much. White piece, yay. Your son marrying to this person. Yes, let's do that. Let's go. Okay. Let's grab an older vessel from this lady. Retract the vessel. I know it's gonna give me tyranny, but that's one vessel now. That's great. Good. So now we've only this one, and this is where she owns land directly. Do you have a second kingdom title here? We do have this one, but we can probably not retract this because she owns this directly. We can create this title here. And then I go here. This one is my vassal, and then I grant the title here of military assistance. What? Am I fighting a war? What war is this? I didn't even know I was fighting a war myself. Crying out loud. Who are you? Hearing about a war, not even knowing you're fighting a war. What? We're fighting a war down here? When does this happen? Imagine this. Oh, hello! I'm Milton on YouTube now. The fishballs dies from the park. Oh no. But if I hybridize Turkian culture or Turcian fish, I feel like discussing different phrases. We discussing the phrases, and I am about Arthurian folklore while you're talking about AGDs. Oh, well, I was talking about Arthurian ones too before. I was talking about like, like I have read also the Arthurian ones, but I have read like the different ones. I have not read like the original ones from Wales. I guess like the older versions. I still want to do that, but I went through like the Greek phase, like when I like unlocked Greek mythology. I was like, so cool. It's so cool. It's so amazing. And I was not the only one. Like, I remember around that time, right? I think the time is 16, 14 years old or something. You go to high school. Secondary school, we call it. Like, we don't have high school really here. And I was like, whoa, it's so cool. And many other classmates would go through the phase, but they would sometimes go differently through the phase. So some people would go through the phase a few moments, a few years before the other people would go through it. So that's also pretty fun. And then you have to go for this little piece of Latin. So let's prepare for this war. Because these fools declare war against me, the fish. The fools, they might have won because I was not noticing the administration of this enormous empire we rule. And we don't care that much. But we care that our troops are going to die there. Why is this happening? Oh, it's because too far away. They can... Okay, we are gonna make sure. I'm gonna throw money at the problem. I am just going to throw money at the problem. It's gonna be heavily expensive, but screw you guys. You're not gonna kill my troops. And you're not gonna run away! That's how you fight war. When you have too much money. And we are at war with the Cordova here, so I bet they will go over there or something. Yeah, that's where they're fleeing. And that's where we will catch them. No, go away with your military assistance that I clearly don't need, because we are amazing. And they're going fleeing down there, okay. Then we just siege down this castle. I should go for the other one, because that gives you more prestige. And then leave station besiegers, and then we move south to like wipe them out another time. There we go. They cannot flee. You cannot run from us. We are the Massilia. No, we are the Sternican army. I had an identity crisis right there. Yeah, we seem to be doing a lot in Iberia. Didn't even know we were doing this. Okay, okay. I want to grant a title to you, person that hates me, because I am so amazing as a king. And there we go. Look at that title we gave you. And then we grant you a vessel. Yeah, like, let's go. Let's go. 2 vessels you have there. Isn't that great? Oh, there's another kingdom we can form. Let's do that. Let's form a road. Grand title to road. There we go. And Grand Vassal. There we go. So, are they direct vassals under me? They are. Oh, this is a different kingdom here. This is gonna be funny with the borders. Grand title. There we go. This way administration will go a bit easier, and once we release it, it should be a bit better. Okay. Now we need to split off the troops because we are waiting for too long. There we go. I remember in the wars with Carthage, we had to station our troops down here. And we had to literally wait. Like, we were attacking Carthage, and we were having like a giant frontier here in the north, and we had Carthage down here. And it was such a crazy war. And I had even like a PowerPoint presentation, how we would like fight Carthage, and how we would defeat Carthage, and we won this war already. And what the plan was, we would like have the border here, and we would just rush down and close off the gap that Carthage could like not reinforce. And over time, with attrition, we would slowly grind down their territories here with other troops running around. First, the goal was to make like a supply line from here to our border. This one, once he dies, should also split in two. And Massilia is back. Massilia is free! Massilia is free from oversight. Ooh, that's something. They claim this place. Ooh, they claim the kingdom! They claim that. I kind of want to take the kingdom there. I want to chop the kingdom out of them. What is strange is how do we not have the claims that... I thought I had claims here. I have claims here. I made claims and the claims really are not working. I don't know why this is happening. You need to find it. It's old. It's like we do have a playlist of all the streams, and I do. It's like it's an old stream. It's an old stream years ago now. Yeah, that is the seed. Let me see it again. Declare war, and let me see which one that was, because this is the problem with all these claims. It's like these people are terribly old, but this is in fine health. This person is in fine health. Ooh, okay. If we fight a quick war, we were able to conquer in the last war lots of land in Massilia. We were able to take a lot of it. I keep forgetting which word it is. You know, ambition. We need to be ambitious. Which one is this now? Oh yeah, there we go. It's always old people. Are we also fighting? We are also fighting for these claims here. So what I will do is I will send my troops to this island here, and I do think Massilia will maybe buy some mercenaries. But when they buy mercenaries, they will run out of funds, and if this war lasts longer than 3 years, they might not even redo the mercenaries. So going here would be a nice option because Massilia will drop the mercenaries on us. We also have mercenaries though. We are actually gonna go for taxes for a bit because we might need some money. We also need to convert some locals so we can collect taxes a little bit better. Let's change Camelot into the different fate. But on the other note, it would be better to actually fight here, I feel like. Because we can flee, and over here we cannot flee, and we just need the war score to win the war. So I'm just gonna call in my allies because I don't want to be foolish. I don't know. We can probably not call in all our allies. And even if we don't win the war, by attacking the Massilian heartland, we will damage them, and we will make sure they cannot like come and assist us in the future. We can declare war on Ludwig. Yeah, right. We don't want to declare war on the Roman Sicilian League. Oh yeah. Do we have that decision? Convert fate. Is that a thing here? That's gonna be usurped. I don't really care. You have to tell a coronation. I know. I was trying to get a coronation every day. No. Oh yeah, and I was just saying in my second video, I was thinking of because a while ago, when I made like the flat Earth, medieval flat Earth video, because that's an interesting video. Because in the Middle Ages they did believe the Earth was round, but not everybody believed the Earth was round. Of course, you had some flat Earthers in the Middle Ages. And people keep saying there were absolutely no flat Earthers in the Middle Ages. That sounds also a bit wrong for a 1,000-year period. I have to say, it was rare to find any people who believe in flat Earth. But I feel like I didn't do that correctly. I am not a person who does actually research. I'm not a historian. So I felt like I was doing it a bit wrong. I didn't do it correctly, it felt right. And didn't feel right, me making a well-researched video. And I could have done it better. And the problem with making research videos is that it is, it's a lot of work. And they don't do great. But I do learn myself to more about the Middle Age, so it's also a little bit of a self-practice to get better at history, and this is kind of scary. Those Massilian troops marching at me! But I was thinking, because somebody asked me below that video to make a history accurate video, how accurate is one anime, the anime called Orb that I could find on Netflix to watch, or on Crunchyroll. I don't remember where I watched it, and I was like, I could make it. I watched it, and there were some things that weren't historical, but then I felt like the things I would then complain about would not be that great for the story, because that anime has different that anime has it's not about how accurate the history is in that anime. It's more like a philosophical take, and more about the meaning, how it in the Middle Ages would be about having different ideas. And every character in that anime doesn't feel like a real character. They feel more like a character to explore a philosophical idea or a concept. Well, that's completely fine, because that's the type of story it's telling. And the clothing they wear is not medieval, really. Maybe a few are, but not all of it. And the styles, it's just it's more for the character creation. So I didn't feel it would be good to make that video. I don't think I would be able to make a good video out of it. So I was thinking maybe you can make something else. The bigger thing is honestly the whole thing about Earth's place in the solar system. Yeah, that's also what that anime is about. It's geocentrism, the Earth in the middle or the Sun in the middle of the universe. The whole solar, the sun centrism or something, or heliocentric and geocentric ideas. Where did the Massilian armies go? Okay, they have 50k here. And we have way more than 50k there. But those are mountains. Yeah, this is so interesting. I would want medieval Japanese animals. And this is when I realized I have something else. Because I have been trying to immerse myself in the Middle Ages. And I've been reading a little bit about medieval stuff. I don't think I can make a good list about that. And I've been also reading books from the Middle Ages, like Dante's Inferno. I have also read fictional books from more modern periods, the Durand's like Accused King book series about the 100 Years' War. So I've watched TV shows and animes. I make like a whole list of things from the Middle Ages, and I could make a video about going into an iceberg. I was first thinking making a tier list, but I think an iceberg is cooler because making a tier list is kind of annoying, because then I will say some animes are bad and some are good. And to be fair, I could sometimes see animes that I don't like why they are good for other people. So I want to make a tier, an iceberg, and the more unknown animes about the Middle Ages, put them at the bottom. And have like different quadrants, like everything on the left side is more historical, and everything on the right side is like less historical or more fantasy based. And that way I can also like put in the middle like more philosophical animes, because they are there too. Villain Saga is a great anime. It is historical-ish, and it also explores philosophy, so it would be like... But it would be more on the left side, because that many historical animes are simply not there. And I will not put everything I have watched, because I cannot watch everything, but I make a list. And I can like drop a little bit like the synapse of the plot without doing any spoilers. And then I can not just do an anime one, but I can after that do a movie one, because I've also I've watched a lot of movies at the Middle Ages now, and then TV shows, but I've watched less TV shows because I don't know about TV shows. Okay, I don't know about TV shows. And look at that, they have split up. They are now in a forest, and that's a better deal than we can get over there with their hills and mountains and river crossings. So we're gonna rush there. And I'm going to fight. We have way more troops, but I don't want to fight them in the mountains here. No way. I don't want to have them have a chance to be fought in the mountains. This is terrifying. Okay, we are winning. 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 Yes, let's go. They have no more. Oh, they have reinforcements. Whoa. They formed Gaul. I have not seen this empire in so long. Gaul existed for a little fraction, then it collapsed. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. Now I feel bad. We have to try to destroy them. Sorry for that. Like, I mean, some things with the Finland Saga, and sometimes it's over dramatized because that's just it's just a medium. And I have read like Kentucky Yankee in the King's Arthur's Court. I've not read that because it's basically a forefather of all the modern isekais. Okay. So I was thinking like I could make like an iceberg, and that way I can also put on the iceberg like just the things that are more unknown and more known. And I have made like a ultimate review for a game set in antiquity. But I didn't really like the format, how I did that. That's in the mountains. Let's go here. Let's go here. No. I want to fight them in the mountains. I like the river crossing better. There we go. They buy mercenaries, and that's the worst thing about this war. They are buying mercenaries. But their money is running out, so that's good. They abandoned it. Yeah, but it's a pretty cool flag. It's a pretty cool flag. I made it myself, but I made this flag so long ago that I forgot I made it. I was like, whoa, that flag is cool. So what we are doing now, we are trying to wipe out as many mercenaries they are buying. Because look at that, we just dropped them so much money. And they haven't really increased in their troop numbers. So that's actually kind of amazing. The annoying bit is now we will enter into the grindy bit of the war. I also kind of do think the reason they haven't declared war against us is because if we have only the peasants here, those peasants will rebel against us, and they will do that. Like they will like be like happy to do it. So I cannot like, if I buy her away, like if I remove her with like marrying with her or something, she will not. The peasants might rise up, and I don't really want that. So the peasants having a leader is working in our benefit. Okay, now I'm moving my troops down here. Then I will combine them here, and then we will just leave the besieged. We will leave them on. Oh, there we go. Leave station besiegers, and let's go this way. Those short victories are like quite helpful. Okay, what's this county? Let's move up to that castle up there and help the besieging of that castle. Because us crossing every time is gonna cause a little bit of problems. Okay, oh, they have made another unit there. Let's, oh, that's twice. Oh, no, we already movement locked here. That's in the mountains though. Yeah, let's do it. This gets the war score up. Oh man. Let's destroy the Gaelic banner and let's go. Okay, we are doing pretty good. And now let's move everybody. Oh, they have to siege down this castle. Okay. Can we move them out now? Yeah, we can move them out so they can get some supplies. Let's make it like this. Let's cross over here and let's make like a line of like. Oh, this is a line. This duchy is a county is a line. They have crazy supplies there, but still isn't enough. Thank you for the lurking. Thank you for the lurking. Yeah, those are the two videos I was thinking of side making them, because I do think it's pretty cool to make those two type of videos. One about like an iceberg, and the other one like how does this bloody game work. And YouTube wise, I think that also will work really amazing. And of course, there's still the medieval Minecraft thing that will happen in February. That will have like a Minecraft event with the medieval stuff, so that would be really cool. Oh, thank you for loving the bud. Yes, but I think it's like good for the YouTube because one is an experimental video, and you don't know how experimental videos are going to work, but it also helps me like do research better. Like to get better at making research videos, because actually that's a thing I want to do. I don't like I still like playing video games again, but I just want to also expand in different methods. Yeah, in February we have like a Minecraft streams with other people from the like what we had with the Vampirium, and like there's this medieval event that this one I proposed, and there will be also one in December, but I haven't heard much about it, so I don't know exactly what it will be. There would be today a meeting, but I wasn't able to join the meeting because I had my D&D Sunday sometimes. That's why also the times sometimes are different, because I don't know simply if I can or cannot. This is actually pretty incredible fighting, because we cannot really fight directly, and if I go here, we have the mountains, so geographically there is nothing really we can fight directly. We can move up here and fight over here, but it really feels like a difficult way of fighting. And this makes this little block really isolated. And if you look at the population map of France, it's actually pretty cool that alters in the game. You have like in the middle here like a whole line where not many people live. And I just wonder if this is part of it. Like just how hard the geography is. By the way, I have been here a lot of times. I've been to this region here. I've been over here, and like I went to Annecy, like a little city on a lake. I don't know where it exactly is now because I was a bit younger. Pretty cool place. They have the largest fireworks show in Europe, and there's like a little lake, and on the other side you can camp there, and then you can see the largest firework across the lake. Pretty cool. Be a good place if you have to bring somebody to a date too. Just FYI, for your information. I have 2 events, but February is gonna be really interesting. Also, month since the debut of the Artistic Collective. Oh yeah, the collective. So cool. We have a Marshall one. Okay, let's take the strategist. I wanted this one because it just gives me a little bit different stuff, but let's focus on the Bellum and the war. The war has to continue. Okay, let's make a 2nd battalion for sieging down castles. Because we have 2 catapults. With 2 bombards. So we could go down here and take this castle. Why not? Oh, we cannot go and take this castle. Let's collect here. No, I will not grant that request. Okay, let's move those over there. And then let's move... No, they are moving south. Okay, now maybe I will move then this guy's over there. And this guy's over there. They're offering military assistance. With which war? Which war? Yeah, I accept this. We do have to remember, we have to fight this war with haste too. We don't even have enough troops for this one. Oof. Let's send those guys up there. And I'm moving my main army up here because I'm a bit scared of the main Massilian force also. Wait, which one does not have catapults? They don't have the bombards. Okay, there we go. They have... Okay, they have no attrition. And they have no attrition. There we go, split them in 2. Alright, so we have split... Oh, look at that! That small Massilian division that they bought. There's not much we can do about it, I think. Yes, we can! We can grab them! Oh, look at that. Look at our stealthy attack right there. I'm not sending my entire army because they should be able... Oh, the rest of Massilia is coming. The rest of Massilia is coming down. Okay, let's move. There's at least one place we can meet them. So let's move here. Let's station the besiegers. Let's move down there. And let's station besiegers and move also over there. They're having more attrition problems than we have. And we have 99%. So this is actually pretty great. Look at that. We are making a stand here in this position here. Our allies should go here and then they should flip over there. And we won the war. We won the war. Let's accept it. I wanted to wait maybe. But let's not wait. So be it. Oh, look at this. This looks good. This looks good. They should be so weak at that. Oh, they are not really. Oh, it's just their mercenaries. They look just as strong as before, but they should be weaker now. Because we just wiped out the entire power base. So they have just one county left. I'm not gonna do this yet, but I just want to see their land. Okay, this is pretty good. If they had collected more money, we would have won. But because they were fighting in an older war, they probably didn't have that many funds. So this is pretty great that we did this. And we have a different king now in this region here. That's amazing. With his heir over here, matrilineally engaged. So this is gonna stay in this family for a while, I guess. We still have this title. Now, actually, we could say, right, because they declared themselves to be the Empire of Gaul, we could say they had no right anymore to the title of Massilia, so that's why we came in there and we took the title back. And now it's just Gaul, it's no longer Massilia. And hopefully Luxembourg, because Luxembourg is pretty strong and they can call us out to the war, and they dislike their overlords. Ooh. Ooh, this is interesting. This is interesting. They dislike their overlord just because of this. Well, Massilia lost their Massilia title, so they are now Gaul. They no longer have any claim on Massilia. They have no title. Oh, they do have the Duchy of Massilia. Or they had the Duchy of Massilia, because now I usurped the Duchy. And now I own the Duchy of Massilia. Look at this. I have the Duchy of Massilia. And I'm going to grant the title to this person. Because that's how it should work. There you go. You own the Duchy of Massilia. What a turn of events, yeah. Alright. I think this is pretty cool. I do wanna, like, after the stream, I will rename the VOD to the Reconquest of Massilia and make like a better thumbnail, because I didn't know we would do this today. I didn't know. And it would be nice if I titled them correctly. Massilia is expanding up here, terrifying me. That's terrifying. Is this one of the wars we are not paying attention to? This is war of there. So we're not paying attention to every war, are we? Yeah, that's terrifying. They're moving up there. Like, our boxing game hasn't been helping. I was kind of like wanting to keep my troops ready. So now I will try to see if there is a way we can cause peace with this person. On the climb, this revolt will trigger. And I kind of want to trigger the revolt before we do any crazy things. We are still at all the other wars, and I still don't care about the war, so we cannot really reform religion. But fighting these wars is a bit like too much. Too much. Like, I feel like the next strategy would be to actually fight the civil war we have looming, like to trigger the civil war as soon as possible. And then we have this war that we will be called in placeholder, so funny. We will be called for this war because we are their only ally. And I have the feeling they will declare this war, but if there is like a reason, like they have like a hostage or something, they might declare their war a little bit later. So if they do that, it's better that we remove the threat of civil war, this little Damocles kind of sword hanging over us. So we should prepare now to cause this war to trigger. So I'm gonna make my troops ready. And then I'm gonna imprison this person that I am legally allowed to do. Because this is a criminal. This person is a known criminal, so there's no tyranny for doing this, and this will cause a little friction, and will help us actually win, prepare for the big war. They are also the different religion, so that's actually pretty good. They're the different religion, they are not, so we can demand their conversion. There we go. Okay. So we are preparing to increase the that's literally what you do in wars, right? You improve your standing in the war, and we get a bit drunk. I do think that we're overwhelmed with stress. There's not much we can do to... Yeah, let's indulge a little bit. There we go. Pretty crazy to get stressful without any personality traits. We just sent them a bunch of gold to prepare for help them at their war. We are so much richer now because we actually own all these new titles, and that is actually quite cool. There we go. Upgrade. Is Oxford the maximum castle? It is. So let's... I'm just gonna buy every upgrade we have. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Split off. Forgot the knights. And then let's take the bombards, send them over there. There we go. Create a new army. Do they have knights? They don't have knights. There we go. Create a new army. They're not yet united yet. There we go. Bowman. And all the knights. It's crazy the amount of troops we have, by the way, here. That's way larger than we had before, because we are really getting stronger. Now we actually own all these lands. Let's go. And now we do the thing. We call them to go in prison here, and they might not accept. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow, this is a way larger rebellion than I expected. More people joined in. Oof. Okay. I missed known how the game would react. Interesting. We will keep this. Kind of want to continue keep playing a little bit. However, I should tempt me wanting to play this too much, because I did want to wait a little bit once we reach the date of Europa Universalis 5, just for the chance maybe that it is possible to convert to Europa Universalis 5. Maybe not, maybe we'll go to 4 because it is just not possible, it's going to be too difficult. So I just wanted to have like, and it's not going to mean there will be no Crusader Kings, because I will then just start a different, I will do shorter challenges and campaigns until I know what we can do. This is actually quite, it is a cliffhanger. I'm also curious. I kind of want to fight this also now. We can go in here and just get their leader already. Like, we can get their leader, and then we have to fight the rest of the bloody king empire. Everybody is against us. How strong are they? Oof. Oof. We don't do takebacks. We don't do takebacks. We don't do any like takebacks. Okay, I was thinking it would be a tactic. There would be a tactic. Maybe we'll, I don't know, maybe try the next, maybe we can try it and then be safe. Because I don't want to be tempted to try it before we start. There is a tactic here. This a tactic here. I do think we might be removed from power. It's not bad if we get removed from power. That's gonna be another challenge to get back into power, by the way. It's not a problem. I'm fine with losing, okay? But a tactic would be here. A tactic would be is to remove all our troops here, because we cannot not declare war with all our troops here. We will lose the advantage to attack directly. We will like cross this bridge, and we could like take their capital and take their levies and war rise. That means we can strike them and we can quickly like get their war leader out. Problem is, I don't think this works with me taking out their war leader. Like if I don't imprison this person, I don't think it's going to work. Another option would be is like to like disarm my troops, then declare war against another empire. So I could declare war against, let's say, these people here who are not my allies. Problem is they are already at war. But what I was thinking of, like I could declare small wars up here, and all these small wars. All these people will send their armies and they will start attacking my land. But most of my land is rebelling against me, so they will start killing the rebels. So we could win. And I do think they have to take my capital. So if I can defend my capital, it should win. And then bloody Spot came into chat. Bloody hell! Dan, be gone! I don't get executed if I lose. Yeah. No, I do think I just get removed from power, if I'm correct. But I could be executed. I'm fine, actually. This character has been tyrannical, by the way. This is an honest good rebellion, okay? I'm going to keep this, and the next stream, I'm just going to end on a cliffhanger, because today... Yeah, so today we will end here, so we have a clear episode next time. The next episode is the absolute destruction of Alust. Alust did a lot. Alust was like quite interesting empress. If Alust wins, gotta be epic. That's going to be epic. If Alust doesn't win, that's gonna be the tragic end of Alust. But Alust did so much, so it is kind of cool that it ends like in a big fire explosion. Yes, it is. And this episode was literally like our ability to like come in here and take over this little bit. If we lose power, we will probably just like become diddly D our heir somewhere over here. I don't know what to do with that. We will have to try to rise back into power over here, so that's gonna be something. Interestingly, I don't think the AI will do a good job in holding the power here. I could make a second empire title, change the inheritance laws, and then make sure that as soon as they win the war, that that the next emperor will be split in two, the titles. This way it would be like an in-law reason why we don't keep Iberia, because it would be a bit crazy if we were this large. So I do think it's funny. And I'm not gonna be out. We are going to fight this war. But the next thing. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Have a nice existence. And I don't think we can anybody I know is streaming today, sadly. So if somebody knows, I don't think we can raid out. I don't see anybody that I know online. So thank you for watching. And next one will be a fun one, and do as well. Hopefully it's gonna be Sunday. I don't have any D&D next Sunday, so I should be able to do it earlier, or else it's gonna be Monday. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day, a nice season, and bye. 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 Baby. Baby.